We got in touch after last night's story on fly tipping. We had a huge response with many wanting answers on why more isn't done to clamp down on people disposing of rubbish illegally. Just a couple here. Ray believes it doesn't help when councils close waste sites 2 days a week. People who collect and remove rubbish for a living need these tips open every day, something that I mentioned last night. And Angela says if councils allowed people to use council tips and not charge extortionate fees, then there wouldn't be as much fly tipping. Thank you for all of those. Well, Crispin Rolfe has spent the day going in search of some answers.
So big a problem, there's now a free mobile phone app to report it.
Back in the car.
Grandad, no. You just take a photo and ClearWaste automatically contacts your local council to get it taken away.
Now the developer of that app, Martin Montague, has been answering the questions that you've sent to us.
Whilst I don't agree with fly tipping, I do think that some of the rules and regulations around the tips are contributing to the problem.
Maybe if there were more local recycling centres, there would be less fly tipping. It's a 20-mile round trip for me to get to my nearest centre in Spalding.
There's two main reasons. The first is austerity and council cuts, and the second is basically what's palatable to the taxpayer. There's a massive postcode lottery when it comes to dealing with fly tipping. Not only dealing with fly tipping, but the costs to actually dispose of your waste at refuse recycling centres.
Of course, when it comes to fly tipping, people mainly want to know why those responsible aren't fined, prosecuted, or indeed forced to pick up their own waste. Well, councils do like to fine and prosecute, but in order to do that, of course, they need to find the person, they need to prove it was them, and sometimes they have to take them to court, all of which can be time-consuming and expensive.
We want to catch these perpetrators, but they won't put up surveillance cameras. Surely, if they put cameras up and they catch these folks and issue fines, that would cover the expense.
It does really vary from council to council. Some are amazing and others are terrible, and I can't sit here and say one approach has been great and another hasn't. But overall, in the UK, we need a standardised approach to be able to combat fly tipping effectively.
Fly tipping costs the UK almost £60 million a year, but can it ever be prevented, even when some councils like Hull's pick 5 big items up for free? Are you always surprised to see fly tipping here?
No, not really, because it's been going on for ages.
I mean, let's say they're offered 5 free pickups, so where else do you want to go?
Here in Hull, yeah.
Yeah. Go other places and you have to pay for it, so...
Why can't they just ring council up for them to come and collect it? But no, they just sooner go dump it here then everywhere. It's a disgrace, sorry it is, it's a disgrace.
Clearly there are always ways to do things better. The trouble is, who's paying for it, when it would be so much simpler to not fly tip in the first place. Crispin Rolfe, BBC Look North in Hull.